Thank you for those beautiful readings tonight on the hand of the Lord. I looked that up, and one of the many things it means is that it's a sure sign of God's might and omnipotence. And as it was brought out in those readings, all the wonderful ways the hand of the Lord is expressed, his omnipotence, his all power, and his might. And surely whenever we get into any trouble, I know for myself, it's because I am not acknowledging him as omnipotent, the only power that there is. I know I've heard some people say the reason they don't believe in God is because, well, how can there be a God when there's so many tragic things that go on in the world? And can be a perplexing question, but in science, and I have learned to know this, that it is never God that is responsible for any tragedies on the earth. It is always a lack of God. It's a lack of God. It's not God. And when God's light fills whatever area that is that seems to be troubled, that light dispels the darkness, and it heals whatever the condition is. And wouldn't it be a trick of so-called devil, and of course there's really no such thing, but to get us to think that God is responsible for these things? Of course a God of love could never be, never ever. And as we express that love individually in our own lives, and we send forth that healing light, it will heal whatever condition you come in contact with that's not of God. And that is guaranteed. Just as the light dispels the darkness, just as the truth that 2 + 2 = 4 dispels the belief that 2 + 2 is 5. Where did that belief come from? I don't know. It's just a misconception of the truth. And the truth dispels the lie. In Miscellaneous Writings on page 277, Mrs. Eddy says, "The Lord reigneth, let the earth rejoice." And then this, "No evidence before the material senses can close my eyes to the scientific proof that God good is supreme. Though clouds are round about him, the divine justice and judgment are enthroned. Love is especially near in times of hate, and never so near as when one can be just amid lawlessness and render good for evil." It's a beautiful example of shining that light and dispelling the darkness. And as this week's lesson ends in Science and Health, quoting the Bible, "For God is infinite, all power, all life, truth, love, over all and all." And actually that's Mary Baker Eddy. So grateful to be here with you all tonight, you dear people, gathering together in the comfort of God's love. And may God bless you all and have a good evening.